Yeah. Hello. Hold on. I just realized I didn't have my space set up. 1 second. I was wondering why it was so easy to type. Because I don't have my iPad in front of me. I need my iPad. So I can let's see, I need my iPad because it was the one I used to ban people, because I can manage my Twitch from my iPad, but I can't do so from OBS. So even though I have the it's that way for you. So even though I have the chat up over there on a monitor, I also have my stupid little whatever it is. iPad, that's the word. I still have my iPad up because I can actually manage and like ban people and get rid of like those streamer bots and whatnot and weird people that come in. I think I probably banned more people from my chat than I've had chatters, probably. I say people loosely. I banned more accounts. Most of them are bots. They're like, oh, cheap streamers here. Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm the kind of streamer, I don't really have a gimmick, and I'm only mildly entertaining. So if all of a sudden I shoot up in my numbers, it's gonna look real awkward. Also, I don't want to grow like that. Also times where I honestly just kind of like talking to myself, you know? There are times where I'm talking about something and I genuinely hope that people don't come in and watch it. So I can just keep talking about it and no one will say anything and interrupt me and have me do something else. Speaking of something else, we're doing the same thing as yesterday. I haven't done my intro. Hello, my name is Senkei Hours. Oh, hello, Callaway. Have you ever heard my intro? Hello, my name is Senkei Hours. Putting in time, so my art is no longer a crime. Hi. I usually say that like right as I start stream, and then you show up a little bit later. So I don't know if you've ever heard that. But yeah, I'm back to the artist minds today. We got to turn good old Pencillian here. He's done, by the way. All nice and rendered. Well, we could do a little bit of highlights here and there, but I'm good. Today was my last day off. I took Friday and Monday of this week off, and then it's back to it tomorrow. But I think it was very much needed. I feel very much refreshed. My apartment is clean today, which is something I've been needing to do for maybe a month or two. At least a month. But oh god, and I didn't get started until like 6 p.m. cleaning. I really wanted, I don't know, I was particularly lazy today. Usually whenever I get up, I'll like maybe like laze around for a bit on my days off, but then I get up and I get like dressed, do my hair, do all that stuff, or at the very least get dressed. I didn't do that today. I just went straight to my computer and played Factorio most of the day. I finally got into space. Actually, I think I got into space last night. But today was actually learning about how to use it. And after many, many, many trips of me wasting fuel going up to my space platform, thinking that I had to be up there to actually make changes to it, I don't. I just have to go into the map and hit the up arrow, and it will take me up to my space platform, and then I can do whatever I want from it, because it just treats my whole space platform as like one giant drone. And I've learned some stuff. I've learned some stuff about Factorio that I had no idea was a thing. That all of a sudden makes those little drones that you have, as well as let's see, makes those drones that you have, as well as all those little like radar dishes, way more important, because those radar dishes have a unique ability where if they're set up in a certain area, you can zoom in on that area and actually see what it looks like, and not just like the map overview. And apparently if you hit E when you're in there to bring up your inventory, you can just build stuff from there as long as you have drones that are around that have access to those resources. So you can just like build and fix stuff. And now I'm in a push where I've got everything figured out. I've got everything figured out as far as like making the stuff that I need. I need to up the production of a couple things. I need to surround absolutely everything with walls and lasers. I need to build a ton of drones. I need to place them around, and I need to get them set up with a supply of my brain is dying. With a supply of like repair kits that's just constantly being made, so they have those, which shouldn't be hard at all. It's two really, really easy items. In most cases, I can just pull those over and have them be made, or have them be made somewhere else and just go there. But it's... Now I need to... And let's see, I don't know. I need to defend everything because I need to get everything ready to go to a different planet. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That stinks. Is it like cold or flu sick? Because I know that's been going around. Well, both have been going around. My dad was sick this past weekend. Well, he was sick this past week. It never got too bad. He never got a fever. But things have been affecting stuff in my family differently, so I decided not to go to Sunday night family dinner. Although I keep calling it Sunday night family dinner. It's really informal. It's not like mandatory, but it's just something that we've been doing for so long that it's just like, it's tradition now. We have dinner together on Sunday nights. It's really nice. But I decided not to go yesterday because I just cannot afford to get sick, because my work does this really fun thing that I didn't know about where you don't accrue sick time at like a normal rate. So it's not like, oh, you get like 4 hours of sick time a month or 6 or something like that. No. Or like, no. You get sick time back depending on when you used it the year before. And I used most of my sick time near the end last year. So, or it was like during the middle of the end. So I looked at it and I think I get back like maybe like 10 hours of sick time through like all of like January, February, March, and April, because I just used like none at the beginning of last year. And I had like 7 left over at the end of the year. So, I think now I have enough where if I get sick, I can take 1 day, because I got like half an hour in January and like half an hour in February. And I'm pretty sure, and those are all from times that I was like late. And I'm pretty sure I might have enough sick time to like take a sick day if need be. But I only got 1 until like, I'm making a new TikTok video. Oh, nice. I didn't know you made TikToks. Is it music related? Art? What do you like to do? Is it comedy? Yeah, but I basically can't get sick until May. Or like June sometime. So that's great. I understand why they do it that way. A bunch of stuff. Okay. Alright. Now is gonna come the really, really fun part. So we need to make PNGtubers. And how that differs from, let's see, how that differs from just like, oh, you need like 1 picture of them with their mouth open and 1 picture of them with their mouth closed. No. Let me see if I can actually, hold on. Let me see if I can open Jeremy so I can show you this. Because actually, oh, here we go. Okay, because it's actually this. probably gonna need to make this a lot smaller too. Where you need like one that's just the body. And then you need one that's just the eyes, but like in the open position. So like, let's see. Actually, let me bring up Jeremy so that you can see him, so I can show you what I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to mess with this a bunch once I get it, because I know I've made him too big, too high DPI, all that fun stuff. Where is this? I've downloaded so much other stuff. There we go. There we go. All right, now let's make him. Oh, there he is. He's showing up on the screen. So hey. So really, what it is, it's a total of 5 pictures. So there's the body, and then there's the eyes that are kind of closed like that when his mouth is closed, and then there's the mouth closed. And then whenever I talk, it switches from these 3 pictures they're showing to, it does a hop. It keeps the same like body background picture, but it switches the eyes to that more well, where it's like up like that and the mouth open. Hey guys, how you doing? So it's a grand total of 5 pictures. I forget how I did this with Jeremy, because it was a while ago. This was in like, this was like 6 to 9 months ago that I did this. Also, it's really funny looking at Jeremy now, and then looking at Pencillian. These look like they were done by different artists. I finished him up yesterday. This might be one of the best things I've ever drawn. Which is really funny considering it's just a stupid pencil guy, but hey. So we got to do something similar for him. And I think stuff I need to do now, or stuff that I'm going to do later. Let's see, canvas properties. The canvas properties is, yeah, I have it 720 by 720, whereas the canvas properties over here are 1920 by 1080, yeah. Okay. And I was also watching a bunch of people, or I was following along with the thread on Twitter, and they were like, hey, what canvas sizes do you guys use? Damn, these look good. And they were saying like, oh yeah, I use like a, oh, they were specifically talking for like full bodies. They're like, oh, I use like 9,000 by 4,000. I'm like, ooh, maybe I'm using a really small canvas. So, well, actually, no, I guess it would actually be 4,000 by 9,000. So that might be one of the things, because I think I'm using a canvas that's too small, because as soon as you zoom in at all, it gets really pixelated. It only really looks good from a distance. I think I need to be making my canvases bigger. However, that's not really an option for PNGtubers, because they gotta be tiny. I think 720 by 720 is what I found. And there's a bunch of directions for this. I was following along with it a while ago. I don't remember all of it. Let's see. But I'm planning on making a new TikTok, doing something creative. Always a fun way to spend the day. All right. So now what we got to do is, we got the mouth closed expression. Now we got to take everything and we got to put it in its own folder, and like, and move that over. I'm forgetting how I did this. It's been a while, but I do remember I put all this stuff in its own folder, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, if I go over here, that's what I did. I remember now. I remember what I did now. Yes, I'm remembering what I did now. I'm remembering what I did now. Because as I looked over here, I saw this was all just one layer. I remember exactly what I did now. A, this is a PNG, so it's gonna look like that. But B, what I did is I went through and first I got like a base body, and I just took off the erase paper from the background, and I just saved that by itself as a PNG. Then let's see. Then I brought back the eyes and got rid of the body, and made the edits that I wanted to for that, save that by itself as PNG, and then, right. So I was always working off of the same canvas, because I was about to start making different things. But I was always working off the same canvas, and just as soon as I was done with something, I was saving that as a PNG. Let's see. Now the background and the eyes. So now we gotta move stuff to its own folders, or else it's gonna be crazy. All right, so let's see. Folder, call it eyes. And here's what we're going to do. We are going to let's see. We're going to copy and paste, and on that one copy that we created, we're going to move that up here into this folder. There we go. That's what we want. Oh wait, do I need to put the... Let's see. Eyebrows do go up a bit when we talk. I might include the eyebrows in there. Hold on. Yeah. I'm just gonna safe side, I'm gonna include the eyebrows. Okay. Then we're going to copy and paste. We're gonna put that in the new folder that I made on the side. I'm gonna make, hold on, I'm gonna change how I do this a bit, so you can actually see what I'm doing on the side. There we go. Oh wait, hold on, did I cut that off? I'm making a rant video. Ooh, about what? Of course, I'm kind of in the way now. Let's see, I can move me though. You don't really need to see the other side. Let's see, IDK again. Okay. Alright, and then... Where's the chat box? There it is. Okay. Move this up here so you can see it. Yay! Oh wait, and then this. Hold on. Yay! Perfect. Okay. It's my first one ever. My first ever one. All right. Really cool. Okay. Now I want to hide everything. Okay. Now we got just the line art. We want to erase the stuff that we don't need. Something that's been bugging you recently that you could rant about. Doesn't gotta be particularly important, or at least something that you think that you could talk about. Your school, state of the world, what have you. Okay, and then we got, okay, so now hold on a second. this wrong. Okay, so now we need to, I think I need to leave that there. Then I need to come down here. And I need to do something that's actually kind of terrifying, but it is what it is. We gotta erase all of this. Okay, yep, now it's only there. All right, get rid of all this. Okay. There we go. All right. Now these are only on this layer. Okay, actually we need to turn that off. We need to grab this color. Just a bit around in here. Make sure there's no breaks. I'm on the right layer, right? Yes. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Yay, now it's only on there. Okay, perfect. Yay, okay. Okay, now's the real fun part. Now everything that's related to the eye color as well needs to be moved up to this. So the eyebrows. They need to be moved up to that same folder, the eyebrows, the pupil, the cornea. Let's see, if I grab this one, will it move both? No, okay. Where's layer 9? Okay, I should probably... Okay, there we go. Let's see, and there's the iris. I need to move these up one layer at a time. So move this up here, move this up here, and then move the iris up. There we go. Let's see, there's the eraser, there's the metal, there's the graphite, there's the wood, there's the yellow. Okay, so it should be that if I do this, yep, gets rid of everything. Perfect, that's exactly what we want. Okay, and now with all of that gone, we need to make sure that this line art is turned back on, and we fill in this area underneath. I'm probably gonna do that on the yellow layer. Or we might do it on, actually we do need to do it on this layer. Okay, with the original color. Oops. We just need to make sure that there's something underneath here. It's never going to be seen, but we need to make sure that, just in case. And then we come back up here, and we show this again, and then we stay down there and erase the stuff that made its way outside. really fun thing that I have to do after this. Something that I didn't think about until right now, actually, is that we're gonna have to shrink this whole guy down to 720. Gotta be fun. Actually, I might need to do that on the PNG. Because how can I shrink everything down? Unless, well, I guess actually if I put everything into one bit, if I put everything into one folder and select the folder, then I can shrink everything all at once. Because I need to get this on a 720 by 720 canvas. I might need to do that first, actually, because that's going to make everything a lot easier. Wait, no. No, I don't want to fold it within folder. Okay, yeah. All right. And then I want to take this folder. I want to put it within that folder. And I want to take this, put it in there. And then all the colors, I put them in there too. Okay, perfect. And then all of this stuff is just stuff that I don't need anymore. Okay. So now all of this is in, let's see. I name this full art. Boop. Okay. All right. Now if I grab this, and I select everything. Actually, hold on. And make sure all this stuff can't be seen. Okay. I'm gonna take off the paper too. Now if I select everything, will I be able to make everything smaller? I can. Okay, perfect. Because we need to get him on the proper dimensions first. This is probably gonna mess up some stuff. I'm gonna have to spend a bunch of time fixing it, but that's okay. Okay, so now if I change the canvas properties to what they are for Jeremy, which is 420, 720 by 720. Okay, perfect. Need to make sure he's centered. Blow him back up, make sure he's nice and big. Honestly, making him bigger is more likely to break stuff than anything. Usually Clip Studio is good at making stuff smaller. When it's going from small to big is where things get kind of wonky. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we know he's the proper size, all of that fun stuff. Now we can come back down here. All right. Now we got... Okay, perfect. We can get rid of the mouth. Now we need to do something similar for the eyes. Folder 1, that's just... Okay. Is how you name this? Let's see. So I had no idea you make TikToks. Are you making them for a while? It's just something that you just started doing. Oh yeah, look how blurry he got. Oh, that's all right. I might save this as a new version because I liked him when he was like full art. Okay, then we want to copy and paste. I'm going to put this in the mouth. Wait, what did I just... Okay. Hold on. I get rid of this, and I just bring back this. Is that what I want it to be? Yes, okay, perfect. Okay. Ooh, it's gross. I've done this first. I had to fix up some of these lines, make them a little less fuzzy. Goodness gracious. Okay, hold on. We gotta do that real quick. I'm gonna lock pixels and What is this color? I think it's this one. Actually, hold on. We don't need a lot of pixels. That's the antithesis of what we want. We gotta... trace over. Make things look nice and presentable again. Because we already got the closed mouth expression, so... And I got them in the perfect spot, so if I can just get these... I cut out and saved, then we are on our way. Okay. We got the mouth, paint back the eyes. We need something similar over here for sure. Ooh, everything got so blurry. This is gross. I'm on the... No. I don't want to do that on this layer. Let's see, there we go. Okay, that's the actual like line art layer. I'm actually doing it. Oh, I'm not, because wasn't actually doing anything because I forgot I'd locked the layers. I was like, it looks the same. Doesn't look sharper at all. I should remember this when I actually started the art and actually drawn at this size to begin with. It made my life easier. But alas, I completely forgot until right now. Although, I'm thinking, well, I'm thinking Pencillian is going to be the more difficult one. Truth be told, I have no idea what to do with Doorathia's mouth. The eyes are going to be easy for Doorathia. It's her mouth. I have no idea if I want it, because she has a huge mouth. Let me show her up. She's got a huge mouth. I want her entire mouth to be open, or just want to be like just like this part right here, you know? Just like a little like kissy face open mouth, but like that. Her mouth never opens all the way. I don't know. Like her full mouth never opens, but she just opens the part around where her lips are. As the cartoon characters, so they can do things that don't anatomically make sense as long as it looks good. After this is going to come the interesting part, and actually to use these guys. That's going to be the interesting part. I have one idea for why they're taking over my house, and it was that I've been like cursed with them. Like I tried to take a shortcut to getting good at art, and I used a magic pen and accidentally brought some of the stuff that I drew to life. And that's an idea I had like a couple of years ago, if I'm going to be honest. But that was right before like AI art took. It was a thing then, but it was right before it like took off like online on Twitter and things like that. So I don't want people to think like, oh, I used to use AI art and that's what my lore is. So it's like, I really wanted to be more just like, oh, I was searching online for things to help me out, and I found this really sketchy website for a pen, and it was like, oh, hey, cool, I guess I'll buy that. Turns out it was cursed, and it brings everything to, it brings things that I draw to life. That was the original idea at the very least. And I kind of do want to stick with that, because it's really funny. At least I think it's really funny if I'm just not at all enthused about them being here. Like, it's so annoying. Like, where did they come from? You don't pay rent and yet you eat food. What is wrong with you things? Oh my gosh, I really should have drawn at this size to begin with. Would have made my life so much easier. Alas, 'tis too late. Although I am going to save this as a new one, because I don't want to... because I want to keep that larger version. More high-res version. To use for other stuff. I don't think I did that with Jeremy. Or maybe if I did, I don't remember. Actually, I think maybe I did. Oh, they're right there, right? Yeah, okay. I have to check, but I guarantee I would get distracted and would not come to this for a while. Oh man. You remember I have to go back to work tomorrow. I'm not gonna have any like significant time off again until July when you have a family vacation. I guess that's all right. That's gonna be some significant time off though. I have like a grand total of like 8 days that I'm taking off. I've already put in for that and it's already been accepted, so heck to the yeah, baby. Let's fix up the eyebrows a bit, shall we? There we go. I think when I took some time off before this, last time was in November. It was right around my birthday. I always like take some time off around there. And it's always good because my birthday is November 12th, which is the day after, is it, I want to say it's Veterans Day, November 11th, which is the day that World War I ended. On the 11th day of the 11th month in the 11th hour, the guns of war fell silent. So that day is a national holiday, and also it means it's a bank holiday. And also since I have a government job, I get the day off. It's nice. It's very nice. So I always get the day off before my birthday. And sometimes if I'm really lucky and Veterans Day falls on a weekend, or let's see, if Veterans Day falls on a Sunday, then it'll give us that Monday off, which is going to be my birthday. So it's nice. So I usually like to take that day and then my birthday off, and then usually like a couple days before as well. Last year, Memorial Day was on a Monday. I usually like to take off that entire week if I'm going to be. It's like my big vacation of the year. Last year, I spent it all working on a project, and I'm going to be starting that again here soon. Actually, I'm now very curious what day that falls on this year. I'm starting a similar project again here soon, beginning in next month. Although I'm not going to have any time off to actually, like, focus on it. Yeah, it's on a Wednesday this year, which means that's going to be on a Thursday. Okay, so I'll probably shoot to take that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off, assuming I have any vacation days left. I should. I'm barely using any. Speaking of vacation, I have to go to the bathroom. One second. Actually, at some point I do. Yeah. Why did I say ice cream? I think there was, because there was one stream. There was one stream ago where I like ran real quick and got ice cream from a Sonic because I was really hankering for it. There we go. Okay. All right. I almost clicked stop stream. All right. I'll be back in just a second. I gotta go to the bathroom. Un segundo. Ooh. Hello. Sorry, I'm back. There we go. I had to fix my laundry as well. I was washing some sheets, and I went to go like, oh, hey, the dryer should be done by now. It should be done by now. Let me go check that real quick and maybe put in a new load. And I saw something I haven't seen before. It said load was unbalanced. Redistribute everything and press start again. I was like, great. And I had a bunch of sheets and a towel in there. You know how heavy those get once they're full of water, which they were. So I had to move everything around, mess it up, and then hit start again. It was like 29 minutes still. I was like, wait, well, whatever. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, that should be the mouth and the eyes looking good. Okay. Now it's all this stuff back and then this as well. I need to rename this line. Okay, there we go. I'm making my rant right now. Oh, what'd you decide to do it on? I do the same thing I did for everything else. Or for the eyes and the mouth. Everything else. Alright. Are you in on those buttons? I honestly don't mind the bots too much, and that's like a weird thing. Oftentimes, you're the only person in chat, so it gives me something to do with you. Besides just joking. Although, objectively, we would be better off that. I don't know how many people they've gotten. Probably a lot of people look at this and it's like, oh my god, there's people in here that are doing numbers and they're making a ton of money. But those are only like the top of the top of the top that do well. Like the top of the top of the top. So if someone has like if someone has like 1,000 or more viewers, they're like in the top 1% of streamers. Like, no joke. Especially if they have that consistently. Let's see, there's some people I watch who I started watching them when they're like just under 1,000. Now they sit at about like 1,200, like between 1,200 and 1,700. It's crazy. Let's see, Sheena's like that. Let's see. I think she doesn't really get what people watch her. Which is fair. I have like one person that watches me and see you. I don't fully know why you do it either. What's like their like good streamer thing to do is like watch your VODs back and be like, oh, I should have like too much silence here, or a joke that I missed there, or whatnot, or I'm talking too slow, or what am I even talking about here, bro? Like, that's like the good streamer thing to do. But I I just can't bring myself to do it. Well, I think I will need to start doing stuff like that if I actually do one. Alright, and then we need to fix up these lines down here. If I erase these lines right here. Actually, we don't need to do that. Because this folder, the mouth. Oh wait, did I even put the stuff into the mouth folder? No, I did not. Okay, so I haven't even put that stuff in there yet. Okay, so it's fine. It'll get covered up here in a bit. Actually, like being critical with yourself and what you do, how you sound, and all of that. Like, I have a bad habit of getting too far away from the microphone. That could actually be difficult to hear me then, so might not be a bad idea to start doing stuff like that. But it's just one of those things that I was like, I don't want to know the truth. I think it was this color. Yeah, it was definitely this color. All right. Let's fix up a bunch of this stuff. Should have done it like this to begin with, but I completely forgot. Should have done it like this to begin with, but I completely forgot. I'll sing it again, that's good. I realized recently that when I'm singing, that means I'm in a good mood. And whenever I stop, that means my mental's taking a nosedive. I need to check that. I started out this month singing a ton. Then I stopped. Ooh, we got this gray we gotta deal with up here. Yeah, we do. Look at this. This is bad. Okay. Okay. Oh man, I really should have done this to begin with. Note to self. There's probably a way that you can set up something similar on OBS, not using the PNGtuber program. If that's the case, I might try to do that. But I might have to do it anyways, because I want to switch back and forth between them. I don't know if I can have multiple models open in PNGtuber, the actual like program itself. So I don't want to just be like, oh, today's like a Pencillian day, or today's a Cherami day, or whatnot. Well, I don't want it to like just be that way. I can only ever have like one out at a time. But I actually want to have all of them out and like switch back and forth. Is there vocals to this song? Hold on. I think I skipped this one before. No, this one is vocalist. I guess these are just like little things. I don't know. I think it's distracting though, so we're gonna switch. Yay! Okay. Okay, oops. Okay, then we need our pink. Oh yeah, this was a good idea. He looks a lot less fuzzy now. Done some goofy stuff with some of the lines. And there's a lot more like the underneath side that bleeds through that I'm not crazy about. Okay. There we go. We can just cover that up real quick. There we go. There we go. I could also just be a little bit off in where I'm putting these lines. That's also a possibility. Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, he's looking good. And we got the mouth line art. Okay, now we need to move everything that's mouth related up into this folder. Okay, so that's going to be the mouth. Let's go into this folder. Let's see, eraser. Ooh, that's also going to be stuff that's... Oh, that's also going to be stuff that's on the yellow layer. Yeah, it's also stuff that's going to be on this layer. Okay, so we need to come back to this layer. We need to grab all this stuff. It's just around the mouth. Oh, I need to fix some stuff. Oh, I actually need to fix a lot of stuff around in here, it looks like. Oh my goodness. All right, we need to copy and paste this. And then we need to move this up. We need to put it in here, and then we need to turn this off from being a clipping layer. Okay. Now, if we turn off this and this, yes, perfect. We got some stuff right there, but that's okay. We can get rid of that. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. What layer is that on? Is that on this layer? Yes, it is. Okay. Just gonna get rid of that. Perfect. Okay. All right. Then we need to bring back all of this because there's stuff around in here that. Actually, no, we need to get rid of all this because there's things around in here that actually we need to bring back this layer. Okay. Oh my goodness. What is all that stuff? What layer is that on? Like a whole bunch of like stuff that needs to be deleted. What layer is that on? What the heck? It's not in the eyes. Okay, well, I get rid of everything. Cool. Is it in the mouth? Yeah, it is. Okay, it is in the mouth. Okay, so some of it is on this layer. Okay. Is it on this layer? Okay. Okay, that's there. Hold on, if I hide this... Okay, there's definitely stuff on this layer that I need to get rid of. Okay, so go back up here, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay, and also I need to get rid of a bunch of this black that's right here. It's kind of peeking through the edges. And then we need to re-grab this layer. Nope, that's the wrong color. It's this color. I need to cover this up a bit because it looks like the black, because it's like there's darker bits there. It looks like the black that's underneath is poking through, which makes it look off. Okay. Should like right there. Right there. Okay. All right, and then back just a touch. Some of the stuff that's poking through on top. There we go. There we go. It's just a little creepy. All right, and then if we A, get rid of that, and B, bring all this stuff back. What are these like bits around the edge over here? Those the actual like mouth? Okay, those are down in here. Okay. No. I need to get rid of that black, because that is poking through. There we go. Much better. Much better, much better, much better, much better. You'd love to see it. Okay. Yay! Okay. And now, all that stuff is for the mouth. Now we need to come back down to the actual like line art layer. And we need to delete this. And then let's go. We just need to get rid of everything. What's all of that? Hold on. There's like stuff around in here. That's the right color. Let's see, there we go. All right, then we need this yellow. Okay. Then we put this back. Delete everything that's around. It's like a moving part right there. Okay, there we go. Then we add in these lines again, like the 5th time. There we go. Okay. Now, make the mouth go away. Yeah, okay. But, hold on a second. There's like... What is that? Oh, I didn't get everything. Oh, that's right. I erased that. Okay, so those I need to erase. Oh, wait, because I brought those up to... Okay, so I need to erase those from this layer. These bits. Ooh, that's actually going to be annoying. I need to erase this stuff from this layer. But I don't want to get... Oh, goodness, I got layers. Oh, I was so smart when I did that. Huzzah! Okay. Ooh, wait, hold on. And then if I put... Hold on, then if I put this yellow... I can't put this yellow on this layer. I have to put it on this layer. Actually, if I put it on this layer, it's perfect. Because then it blends in with everything. Awesome! Why didn't I do that earlier? I'm insane. Okay. Yay! Now his mouth is actually, like, genuinely gone. Yay! What is that stuff? What layer is that on? Okay, that's on 7 as well. I need to erase that. Perfect. Okay. And then I think I messed up. Yeah, I messed up on this line art up here. Whoops. I need to put that back. Then I erase a little bit there. Let's get that back where it's supposed to be. Perfect. Perfect. All right, and now if I do this. Oh, no, if I do this. Boop, boop. There we go. Mouth is back. Yay! Okay, now these are all in their own little folder, doing their own little thing. Now, this one is folder 1. I can just label this body. Okay. And then here's what we can do. We can make the mouth go away. Make the eyes go away. Oh, wait, hold on. And then there's something I need to do from the actual, like, the line art layer. I gotta get rid of the eyebrows. I forgot about that. Hold on. Alright, there's that. Then I need to fix up these lines again. Keep breaking and fixing these lines. There we are. Alright. And then All right, there we go. Now we have the body. Perfect. All right, now we save this as a PNG and we label it Pencillian body. And this is going to be the first one. All right, file, save as, PNG, let's see, Pencillian, okay. Save, perfect, okay. Now we do the exact opposite. We make the body go away, we make the line art go away, and then we bring back just the mouth, and we say, oh wait, I need to get rid of the BRB bathroom. And now I realize I still that up. All right, then we save as, let's see, Pencillian, Tuber, mouth, closed, there we go. Because this is a closed mouth expression. I still have no idea what I'm doing for this open mouth expression. Save, okay, and then we hide the mouth, and we make visible just the eyes, and we do the same thing. File, save as, mouth closed, eyes. Okay, the mouth closed, eyes. All right. Save, perfect. All right, that is 3 of the 5 pictures that we need. Now we have to edit just the eyes and the mouth to what they're gonna look like when they're open. Let's see, I don't know what I want to do for the mouth. I do want him to be more like I'm thinking of maybe doing something goofy with the eyelids, because these eyes are already really far open. Like they're really far open. And we need to look at absolutely everything for this, or else he's just gonna look goofy. All right, and then we need to come up to, let's look at the eyes. All right. Now we can kind of mess with these how we want, because we got, let's see. And actually, while we're here, I'm gonna save this as, let's see, Clip Studio format, and let's just save this as Pencillian tuber, so that I have just this thing saved, and I can keep like the much bigger high-res version of Pencillian, just kind of its own thing, just in case I need to have that for the future. Let's see here. Okay, now what do we want to do for the eyes? Now is where we start playing around with stuff. All right, what do we want? Let's draw out some stuff. Let's bring the paper back, so we're not staring at that checkered background, because it looks weird. All right, so we got one small eye, one big eye. And he's already has barely any eyelids going on. and you can see his full iris on both. Let's see. Should I have him be like, go from like a kind of a devious expression whenever he talks? That could be fun. So, go to more like a... I might try that. We're gonna need to look to see how this looks with the mouth too. For sure. Although I really don't want it to be... He's gonna be the hard part. I don't want this to end up being bedroom eyes. I want it to end up being like So, if that's the case, looking at myself like, give him like a little like deepest expression. It's really only like the bottom lid that's coming up. So let's do that. Let's put these lids back where they were. That. Alright, that could be good. The teeth open just a little bit. There we go. That could work. That could work. Cutting off just the bottoms there. The funny thing is that his irises are the same size, even though one of the eyes is way bigger than the others. Maybe that does make him look a little bit less crazy because he has two same sized irises. I was just lazy and did that, I'm gonna be honest. Let's see. Was it already 10 p.m.? I got started kind of late. Let's see. What time is it? Ooh, it's been an hour and a half actually. It's 10. Yeah, I just need to get better at starting on time. But I have to work tomorrow, so I really don't want to be going later than this. Alright, okay. Yeah, it still is Pencillian tuber. Okay, yeah. Alright. I think we're gonna call it there. Because I gotta work tomorrow and I gotta shave and do all sorts of other stuff tonight and get ready for them. Alright. I will see you later. I'm probably gonna be drawing pretty much every day this week. Tomorrow we should be able to finish up Pencillian pretty easy and hopefully get Doorathia chopped up. If I get started on time. I gotta cook tomorrow. I got the stuff to make some roasted chicken thighs, so I'm gonna do that. And as long as I can get home and actually like get off my stupid butt and cook as soon as I get home, we should be good to go. But oftentimes I just need to sit and chill for a bit, but it ends up being too long and then I end up starting to cook at like 7:30 and I end up being really late for stream. I don't really like that. It's become a really bad habit recently. So we'll see. We'll see. And I am probably going to take the first couple weeks of March off from streaming because it's just something I want to work on, and it's gonna have to be something I do at nights. But yeah, we'll see. I should be able to finish this up by Saturday though. I want to see if I can't spend this week getting these guys figured out, getting them into PNGtuber and figuring out how to make them work. So yeah. And Jeremy looks like he was painted in a different lifetime compared to everybody else. It's actually kind of bad. Anyways, we'll figure that out later. Alright, it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun, but it's not quite been a fun reel. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully for a little bit longer. if I can just get home and get going. I need to get big baggies on my way home. Okay, don't forget that. Remind me, I need to get big baggies on the way home. Because I'm probably gonna have to use those to marinate those chicken thighs. Roasted chicken thighs. You can just do those in the oven. Am I gonna need parchment paper or will I need to just look over the recipe. I can get the stuff that I need on the way home. Anywho, the Scoodle. I will see you guys tomorrow.